If you remember the American elections, you must have remembered that Biden and Trump were neck to neck for the longest time, and we were all thinking that Trump would actually going to win it. But in the end, in the last couple of days, Biden took a massive lead over Trump and he won the elections. Why were we also excited at that point of time and interested in some of Biden's policies? Well, this was one of them. Biden said that he would actually propose a citizenship, a path to citizenship directly for all the PhD students because he does not want talent going out of the country. Now it's time to deliver. And with that, we bring you the America creating opportunities to meaningfully promote excellence in technology, education, and science. That's essentially the America Competes Act. And this is the same act which is aiming to introduce the kind of results that we were hoping from Biden during the elections. Let me tell you exactly what this act proposes and how you can benefit from it. It proposes two main things that you would be interested in. Number one, a path to citizenship for PhD graduates in the US. Now, what this act proposes is essentially a way to offer unlimited number of green cards for some of these specific people. Let me just define those people. They should have done a PhD from the United States and their PhD should be in a STEM field. So if you're qualifying just these minor conditions, and for now this is just an act, so we don't really know exactly what more conditions may be added to it, but based on these conditions, at least in the act, you should be eligible to apply for citizenship. That is, you first go for the green card and then sooner or later, of course, you can become a citizen. The second thing, which is very, very important, and this act also introduces, is a pathway to citizenship for entrepreneurs. Now, to get a green card as an entrepreneur, as per the Competes Act of 2022, you should be involved in a startup that is less than 5 years old. On top of that, your stake in the startup should be at least 10%. And finally, the last but most important rule is that your startup should actually have attained funding, either from US citizens or organization, in which case it should be at least 250,000 US dollars, or it should have received funding or a grant from the government, and we're talking about the US government over here, and this amount should be at least $100,000 in that case. So if these three conditions can be qualified based on the America Competes Act of 2022, they will issue you a W visa, which is essentially a green card directly delivered to you. And of course, once you get the green card, you can actually go ahead and apply for citizenship as well in 5 years. So again, things are going to look up for you from there. So America has actually proposed these, and these are still an act as of now. They still have to be passed by both houses, and then once they do, the president has to sign it into a law, or basically there has to be a majority, etc., etc. Let's not get into the politics of it, but if this act is passed, these are the two ways of citizenship that you can look up to if you're a student who's going for a PhD or who's already a PhD holder, or if you are someone who is an entrepreneur. All right, now let me tell you a little bit about this. Should this act pass or not? See, passing acts is not as simple as it may sound. When they have to be formed into a law, there's definitely a lot of red tape that has to be gone through. There's a lot of bureaucracy, and once you do go through it, then they become a law. But again, this is still something positive to look up to. Again, if this act doesn't pass, they will probably modify it in some way and try to pass it then. So certainly you have something positive coming from the United States in terms of, if you would like to be in the US and you would like to stay over there. Now again, it's a great country, great place to be, but I've talked about better countries as well on this channel. If you're interested, you can subscribe to the channel. And for now, I hope that this information was useful to you. I hope to see you in the next one. Follow me on Instagram for much more updates just like this one. Goodbye and take care for now.